Hey guys, it's your girl Killumantii, Generations Now's first female recording artist, and I'm a woman of today, positioning myself for tomorrow.
Hey, welcome.
Let's get into
Welcome
it.
to Women of
Yay.
TmrO. Okay,
Hi.
I call you Kill
Okay.
and Killy because I love it. I feel like close to you
Okay.
when I call you a nickname.
I mean, it works. It's better than my whole wrong pronounced name.
Can I
Yeah.
call you Kill so people
Yeah.
can call you Kill?
That works. Killer,
Yeah.
kill, whatever Kayla says works.
Okay.
She
Period.
fucks with me.
I love that.
Okay, so tell everyone what you do.
So I'm a recording artist. I've been a professional recording artist for about, I want to say a little over 4 years. This year will make 5.
Yeah.
I'm 22, from Atlanta. I'll be 23 soon.
In a week, right?
Yeah, in about a week, next week-ish. 9 days, not counting or whatever. But yeah,
Does that make you a Libra?
that does make me a Libra.
Oh, you both of you
Libra.
guys
Makes me a
are
September
Libra.
Libra. Oh, you're Libra?
I'm a Libra.
I knew I liked you. What's your sign?
Scorpio.
I don't like it.
I'm right after you guys.
Okay, so you've been a Generation Now recording artist for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
That's not all that you are. You are a social media, online, YouTube, TikTok star.
The list goes on. I'm like a big social media guru by default. So
How is it by default? Like, what happened?
it's just something I've always been good at. So that's why I was like, by default, I'm just naturally good at going viral.
When did you start like getting online and like being just showing
I
up?
started like in middle school, like going into high school. That's actually kind of like why my username is spelled wrong, because I made it up as like an 8th grader, a 7th grader, and I just blew up. So like here I am. But yeah, since like middle school.
What was your first viral moment?
My first viral moment would have to be like my rap video Rules. Like I've had a few 100,000 followers before, but that was like through just hanging out with my other Instagram famous friends. I wasn't really doing much. It was kind of like more of association clout. So basically my first viral video, I was at home, I was suspended, and I didn't have a studio, and my mom wasn't at home. So I was just making rap videos, and I made one, I posted it, I went to sleep, I woke up, and here we are.
Wow.
I love
And you woke
that.
up and what was it giving?
I was literally like a viral sensation when I woke up. Like it had like almost 1 million views. I really don't remember much of that day, believe it or not.
I was just gonna ask you. So, what did that day look like for you?
That day
waking up
looks
a viral
like-
superstar.
Every other day now. It's so funny. But yeah, it really didn't kick in that I had went viral and I was who I was until I started like going out in public. And I started seeing other people's reaction and like singing my songs and actually coming up to me like they knew me. And they was like, "Hey Leah," and I'm like,
Do I know
hey,
you?
like, hey, like, hi. So yeah, that's kind of like how that went. It was just like such a big microscope on me.
Yeah. And how is that? Like even like
It's a lot easier. Like at first it was a lot harder because I still had to go to school while I was doing that. So it was like on top of like people outside of school, it was people in school, and it was just like a lot. I'm not gonna hold you, but I got
it was
used
a lot.
to it.
'Cause was it like negative, positive?
It was like really weird. Like imagine being the only person in school with like a #2 charting song. Like it was just really weird. It was like you would go to school and people would like have updates about you that you don't know yet. Like people would be telling you stuff like, "Oh, your song is like #2 on iTunes," and I'm like, "Oh,
wow.
okay." Like it was
It's
just
like
really
9 a.m. and you're just trying to get through math.
Yeah, and now you have like a whole bunch of 9th graders following you around the hallway, and your teacher's like, "Okay, well just start coming to school at like 9:30 in the morning because they're not gonna go to class." So it was kind of like that.
Oh wow.
So, how did you balance that? Like, I guess mentally, especially like at a young age, like you pretty much were like an overnight, like you said, sensation.
Homeschool helped a lot.
Okay, so you went to homeschool.
Yeah, I homeschooled my last couple years. And really just like having friends that did the same thing I did. So I started like hanging out with more Instagram famous people. So it was kind of like, it showed me that it was normal to kind of have a life like that. And that's kind of like how I got through it. Cause
Yeah.
I also had friends that went through the same thing.
Yeah. Was it your decision to do homeschooling? Like, is that
No,
something you
it was my
wanted?
school's
Oh wow, because it just became that.
They
bad
kicked you out, basically.
in a nice way. They found everything and it was like, okay, you can go here, you can set it up. And my mom was there and we were like, okay. And then I was homeschooled.
So how was that? Like how did you feel about it? When that happened?
It was okay. I kind of didn't do it, so I don't know how I would have felt about it. But I kind of paid someone, but it was okay until it wasn't.
Oh,
So did you graduate?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I love that.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I love that.
That is so funny.
So, this new day and age of just like social media and influence, do you feel like you were like ahead of the curve of just understanding how like that world works and like the importance of being connected to your, I guess, fans and target audience through being personal through
Honestly,
social media?
no. I didn't realize how much I was doing until someone like broke it down to me. Like the stuff that I was just doing unconsciously is now like people's rollout. It's like now a strategic thing that you need for like, to be an artist. And that was just something I was just doing literally like in my room. So I've never really still to this day fully grasped how important that is. Because that's why I was like, by default, I'm just really good at it.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't know how good I was at that.
Yeah. But looking back at it now, you can see that like, oh shit. Like,
Looking back at it now, I'm like, wow, I really like set myself up for success.
Yeah.
Like all my meetings are about stuff I already do. So I'm like, okay.
And it's easy.
It's super easy because that's like why I'm here.
Yeah.
So it worked.
I have 2 questions actually. So when did it turn into like in your room making songs, doing videos to like labels approaching you and saying, we want to sign you? Like,
I remember this story like it was yesterday. I wish my mom was here. She could tell you because she was there with me. So this is actually kind of how I ended up with Generation Now. So it's like a 2-in-1 story. So I was in my room, right? I was making rap videos on my bed, and it got to the point where like they were taking my rap videos off Instagram and putting them like on Genius and on YouTube. And at that time, I didn't know like how do I get my stuff out? Like I was literally just an Instagrammer. So I started putting my stuff out on YouTube, and my fans were like, put it on Apple Music, put it on here. And I'm like, okay. So I figured out how to distribute on my own. I put everything out and stuff like that, and it just started charting. So then when things started charting and things started getting millions of views on different platforms, so it wasn't just Instagram anymore. It was like Spotify, everything was just charting. So labels were like emailing me. They were like, hey, like, do you have a management? Like, who are you? Like, do you want to come hang out with us? Not like that, but that's like how it was. So the first place I ever went to, I went to LA for the first time. And I went to go meet with, I think it was Republic Records. It was a A&R who flew me and my mom out there. And then that's
Not
how.
Blue?
No, Blue wasn't there at the time.
Okay.
That's crazy. I didn't have Blue at the time. This was like pre-Blue.
Okay.
But he flew me and my mom. That's how I ended up meeting one of my managers. He recommended one of those R words. Me to him. So that's how I ended up running into him. And then he was kind of like my manager ever since. He introduced me to Generation Now. But before I picked Generation Now, it was like other labels that I went to go see. So they were just all emailing me, and I'm not gonna lie, I was just going. I was going to go. So yeah, it became really real. And mind you, I was still in high school.
Yeah, I was like, how old were you at this
I was
point?
really 17.
So was it something that was like, this is the next step that I want to go? I know I want to be signed to a label, or was it just something that came about and you're like, maybe I'll try it?
I literally wanted to work at Subway. Like I thought making sandwiches was for me. I was good at it at home, so I was like, I'll be good at it and get paid at it, right?
Bye.
So that was like my whole plan up until I got suspended and became a meme, and like here we are. So I really thought I was supposed to be at Subway right now.
I'm so glad you did.
I literally did not see that coming.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I'm not good at cutting straight lines, so I don't even know why I thought that would work for me. So yeah.
What was it about Generation Now, if you can say like why you picked them?
Just like the support system was really cool. Like everyone seemed to kind of like help me out because I was really like a 17-year-old kid. Like I've never professionally recorded at a studio before, so it was like a lot more of like, hey, this is how this works, and this is how this works. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
So it was more of like the support system for me that was like, okay, I think I want to stay here.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
But especially like, that's interesting to hear because Generation Now is like all guys.
It is.
And then you're coming in.
As a 17-year-old kid with my mom, like, hi, hello. Yeah, but it didn't feel like that. Like, you see how I said that? How you said it? And that's like really what it was. It didn't feel like that at all. Like, everyone treated me really professionally. Like, everyone took me serious.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the reason why I was like, okay, this is my home. I'm gonna stay here.
Right,
I love
right.
that.
So how, like, through this process, like from 17 all the way to now 22, 5 years, right?
Right.
How many managers have you had?
I've only had 2.
Oh, okay.
My second one so far this year.
Yeah. And so what was it like going from one manager to the next? Was it hard
Really?
to like transition?
No. Oh, sorry. No, it wasn't really hard at all. Like, I kind of already knew the manager I have now before, and I still talk to my first manager. Like, we're still cool. So it really was no difference. It's like the same.
So it was just like, okay, I think we're going in separate directions. I want to try something new.
Yeah, everybody just grew apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You're so like mature. Like, I'm trying to
Thank
figure
you.
out like, I guess it comes from being an online like famous person at such a young age, and then learning how to like control your narrative.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I didn't think I was mature, so I'll take that. Yes.
I feel like you're mature.
Really? I feel like I'm
What
super
you
childish.
think?
Yeah, very
You're
mature.
childish.
Thank you.
No.
I like that. I would like to be childish. But
No, I think that you're just lighthearted and fun and funny. I don't think
I'm
you're childish.
super sarcastic, and that's the problem because my fans are just like me. So it's just like me being super sarcastic doesn't help. Now there's like more sarcastic mini-me's like everywhere, and I think that's why I'm so like spoken the way I am, because I interact with people that talk like me every day.
Yeah.
How do you go about, to Kayla's point, like controlling your narrative if there is one to control? Like,
Rumors, gossip,
Yeah.
online, hate.
Rumors,
or-
gossips online. I don't really post much. That's like one way I control my narrative. I'm not like into a lot of things, and that's not like me being selectively social. That's just me like me. I play video games like every day, all day, so I don't have time to get caught up in like anything because I'm like on the VR world playing
Girl, what video
virtual
games you
reality.
play?
Oh my gosh, what games don't I play? I play Cooking Mama religiously. I probably played that before I got here. That's probably, maybe, I don't know who said this, the reason why I was late. But yeah, I play virtual reality games all the time, so I'm literally not here ever.
yeah, you're in a whole nother world.
I have a whole penthouse in the middle of the metaverse.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it's super cool. One day I'll show you. But yeah, so I'm always doing something. That's probably why I don't have.
And you're super down to earth, like to have such a huge following, like you're so like down to earth and just like kind. Everyone's not like that, you know that, right?
I've been hearing that, and I don't know how people are the opposite. Like, I've heard that from like everyone that I've worked with, like from hairstylists to like even the most genuine people, like the people that help you become you, like people that like you would really need, like a staple in like how you look. I've run into so many rude people, and I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Like, you're doing them the biggest service. Like, you're making sure they look right, and you're making sure, like, you know,
Yeah.
the most important key components, and you're mean to them. I've heard that so much, and I don't know how.
So do you feel good when you hear that people think that you're like
I don't
nice?
feel good about it, because I feel like if I'm good, then you've experienced worse. Like, this is just normal, basic human, like.
Yeah. Decency.
Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
like, how did you not get a thank you? Like, that's kind of like normal.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like those people were probably bad people before the fame. That's not something you just have. That's something you just are. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just like they say fame and money just like
Heightens,
heightens
yeah.
whatever you already were.
Yeah.
Like you don't go
magnifies
past
it.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who like makeup artists, stylists, how do you view your image? Like do you feel like it's progressing naturally, or how do you feel about trying new things? Like what do
I'm not gonna hold you. You've actually opened me up to doing a lot of new things. Like, I was never a picky person, but I've never had like ideas either. So when you came and you started showing me new like ways to dress, me and my mom was like, Kayla's cool, and I'm like, no, Kayla is super cool. So like all the outfits, even my fans all the time when we did like an all white photo shoot, it's probably like still on my Instagram if anybody like wants to go check. But we did an all white shoot, and all my fans are in the comments like, what's going on? Like, is she dropping music? Like, why is she doing fashion? But it was literally just like something simple you put together.
Yeah.
So I feel like I didn't expect to be considered into fashion, because that's what they like think. You have them thinking that I'm like into fashion. Thank you.
I feel like you are though.
I feel like you're into fashion.
No, like if you would have met me before I met Kayla, no. I literally wore pajamas to the studio.
Yeah, but you know what? You have an eye. Like the stuff that you send me in the DM.
I do send you stuff. I do send Kayla
Yeah,
stuff.
it is
I can
so
take credit now.
cute. So
thank
cute.
you.
And so I take what you send and then I just, make it what it needs to be for you. Like I love inspiration. I love when you send me inspiration because it lets me know what you like, so that when I'm putting something together, I'm not just shooting in the dark.
Give yourself some credit.
Right. Let me pat myself on the back without the mic.
Yes.
But, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, because I cannot dress at all.
You
I feel like
can.
I can't.
Is it because that's not something that you really care about?
I think it's just because I live in Atlanta. I'm not gonna lie
I
to you.
said that.
A lot of Atlanta people have questionable style choice.
Are you
and
from
I'm-
Atlanta?
I am from Atlanta.
Born and raised?
I was literally born at Grady Hospital. That's
You a
like the
Grady
thing we do.
baby.
We rep like our hospitals for some odd reason.
Yeah,
you're
like
a
it's
Grady
a game.
baby.
But yeah, I'm literally from Grady. So that's probably
Okay,
why I
Grady
think
say people's
wearing Uggs in
lives.
the summer is okay. So yeah.
I think Uggs in the summer are okay. I think anything goes.
I mean, you make it work. So I'm not complaining.
Hell
with you.
yeah. I
Fuck
mean,
it.
not in the sense of like, ooh, that's like a look, but more so like, I'm not gonna not wear them if I need to
Because
throw
you-
them on
yeah.
and go somewhere really quick. You know,
I
I'm
feel
still
that.
I'm still gonna wear them.
I feel that. How do you think being from Atlanta has influenced like your music, your just everything?
I feel like it definitely influenced a lot due to like the type of beats I like, the type of music I listen to. Like I listen to a lot of Atlanta artists. What else?
Who you listen to?
Who are your favorite Atlanta
Why are
artists?
y'all putting me on this?
Who do you listen to? You have to say your favorite.
Like
but
in
who do you-
general, I like ambient music. So I like Cardi. He has like a lot of beats that I like to listen to.
Okay.
I like mumble rappers because I'm only listening to the flows like anyways.
You're not really listening to like the lyrics.
No, I listen to lyrics from certain people because I only listen to them for their lyrical ability.
Yeah.
But a lot of Atlanta rappers just get me through traffic. Not gonna lie to you. So yeah, I like vibe music.
So if you were making songs at 15 or sooner or earlier, who was the first rapper that you listened to that was like, I'm about to do this?
It was so crazy. All of my favorite rappers sound nothing like me. Like I like a lot of I like Chief Keef. I like Nicki Minaj. At the time I listened to Meek Mill because my mom was from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And that was like her favorite rapper. So by default, that was like my favorite rapper. Like I
Yeah.
probably know Dreams and Nightmares, not Dreams and Nightmares, Dream Chaser 3 from like beginning to end. And another side note, that's like a full circle moment. My CEO is Drama. So like when I
Yeah.
finally picked Generation Out, I was like, wow, but you do not know how long I've been hearing your voice scream on Meek Mill's album, and I'm like right here, and it's just so like I've never told him that, but like it's so surreal. Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, oh my gosh, you're standing like right in front of me. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But and you know my name, like what? Huh?
Yeah.
15-year-old me is like quaking. But yeah, I forgot what the question was.
It was this thing like, who was it that you were listening to
Those are like
at
my
15?
top 3.
that
And
was,
Lil
like-
Wayne.
And Lil Wayne, okay.
I have more, but that's like all I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah. The new video that I'm excited to come out.
I'm excited too. I feel like sorry.
It's
but-
out.
It
By
is
the
out?
time people see this, it'll be out.
Oh, it's out. Okay, we're gonna talk future tense. It's out.
It's out.
It's out. Oh my gosh, I just had to think about that. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
But what I was just like, honestly, like gagging over in the video is that like you're a whole actress.
I am an actress. And it's gonna be so funny. I can already see the comments. We weren't going for Penny Proud. Everybody that I showed that to, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're Penny Proud," and we should just own it. Let's just go ahead and own it. Penny Proud, the Proud Family reboot featuring me. Let's just go ahead and put that out there.
Let's put it out there.
Let's just put that out there.
You're such a natural actress. I was like,
Thanks. It's because of TikTok.
ah.
But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Is that like? Do you want to act?
I'm not gonna hold you. After that, I went home and I started looking up monologues, but I realized how bad my memory was. So probably, if I can improv, yeah.
Okay.
But my memory is like terrible, so I don't know.
To be able to like remember all those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something you can grow
You
at.
can go and then if you got an acting coach, because honestly, I've been seeing some stuff online where it's like they're not remembering all that. Like they're pressing cut and
Oh.
they're like
Yeah.
feeding them lines.
They're pressing cut. I can do this then. If they're pressing cut, I can do
They're
it.
pressing cut.
Oh.
So you can come in and get that line right.
Okay. As long as we're pressing cut, I will go. I will
I
take
see that for you. I remember
can
after
too.
that video, I was like, what are we doing? What's going on? Like,
Like,
yes.
what's next?
Yeah. I'm like, where's the show? Like, where is it?
Where's the show? There's a TikTok like that. And
Is
you,
it?
you sounded just like it. But definitely, I would love to do that. I feel like that would be something cool that my fans would like to see.
Yeah.
Can you spill the tea? We're talking about music videos. Like, when is the album
I want to
coming?
say.
Will the album be out by the time this is released too?
I don't know what
Who's to say?
I'm
I
digging.
I think the album is coming out at the same time as the video.
I thought so too.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. So we were thinking about doing it, just like releasing everything at one time. So maybe by the time you're watching this, the album is out. Who knows? I'm like a super evil supervillain that like keeps music up my sleeve. So maybe I haven't. But I hope so.
Yeah, I hope it's out.
Me too.
So.
What is your career highlight to date? Like the best thing that's happened in your career
So far?
Thus far.
I think the first thing that was like a mind blown full circle moment was my mom seeing me on BET. I think like the BET, music video station where they like show all, I forget what it's called. It might be MTV. That's so crazy how like I've had
Jams?
so much stuff. I think so. BET Jams.
Is it BET Jams? I think it's
MTV
MTV
Jams.
Jams.
Oh, sorry. BET.
Does BET have one of those
Jams?
too?
I don't think so.
MTV Jams.
Sorry, BET. We love you. But yeah, my mom seeing that for the first time, it was like a full circle surreal moment because I used to watch music videos. It's just what she told me. I don't know. I wasn't old enough. But she was like, I used to watch music videos all the time whenever she would like leave the house. So it was just kind of cool that I was like also on the same station that I used to watch as a kid.
So just like watching your mom be like happy and proud.
Yeah.
Did she cry?
I don't think so. She's pretty tough.
She's tough.
She
She
tough
don't
with
cry.
me. No. But
love
I'm a
Marie.
crybaby. So
Are you?
you?
yeah.
Libras are sensitive.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'll be crying. It's like I'm also like going with the wind. So I'll be upset about something and then 5 minutes later I'm like
You're
on a
just
video
chill
game
about it.
somewhere.
Yeah. How do you balance that? Like your career, like mental health, like
I thought you were talking about something else. Career and mental health.
like your
Definitely-
emotions. Yeah, like on a day-to-day basis.
Definitely having like a separation in real life. Like a lot of people are like really glued to their phones. That's one thing I had to do, put my phone down. Cause you can get like warped in and overworked.
Yeah.
Just from like, seeing stuff and comparing yourself. And that's the thing. I don't compare myself to other people. So that's like a thing that keeps my mental health where it's at. Cause no one realizes what we know, we just don't think about it as much as we should. Instagram is like a highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's an edited highlight reel. So a lot
Yeah.
of people just show you things and then it's the best moments of their life and it's also like edited best moments. So
Yeah.
try not to compare yourself to like smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
So that like helps a lot.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's that maturity that I was talking about.
Oh yeah. So I am mature.
Because
Own it, own it.
the mental health part. So has there ever been a time when your career or the things that surrounding your career have gotten to you, like?
Definitely. Like when I first started, because I was like literally a minor and a kid, it was so crazy because I had to like not only get opinions from like grown women
Yeah.
at the time, I was also like getting judged from like grown women has so many opinions about like how I have my hair, how I wear my eyelashes, and I was like literally just coming out of high school. Like I don't know anything about how my wig should lay. I didn't like I'm 17.
Yeah.
I did this myself. Like I don't know. Like it was just like a lot of criticism when I first started because apparently. I know this now, but apparently, like when you're in the public eye, you have to look a certain way, you have to dress a certain way, and you have to kind of like live up to this expectation that no one tells you was there. So that was like really hard because I have to figure out what people expected from me, and then it got better as I got older. But definitely, like in the beginning, it was like really rocky because I didn't know what they expected.
Well, how did you get through it? Like, what are the things that you did? Like, did you talk to your mom about it? Like, did she have
She
it?
didn't know either. Like,
okay.
no one in my family was really like famous. Like, I'm probably on track to being like my family's first millionaire. So it's just like, no one really has a game plan.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like in this industry, period. No one really has a game plan. Like, there's people that do the same thing as you, but not everything works for everybody. So that's why I don't compare myself. I don't like, I'll ask for advice, but I don't like, hey, let me do what you're doing because it works. So yeah.
So
I just
how
had
did you do it?
Trial and error, literally trial and error, taking like comments seriously. Speaking to people I felt like had my best interests. Like some of my fans I've been internet friends with for years. Some of my fans like come to all my shows if they can. Like I see at least a group of 3 people that come to all my Atlanta shows and I look for them. We have like a group chat. So just like listening to people that like, have your best interests.
Yeah.
Building that like the support team, like support group.
Yeah.
I love that. Your brand has always seemed like very, like you, authentic, like even before like meeting you and knowing you. So I like that.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
So I know we've been talking a lot about like you and all the things you have upcoming, but on Women of TmrO, we like to tap into your future self. So if you could think about yourself 3 to 5 years from now, what does that look like in regards to you, like family, career, health, anything?
3 to 5 years from now, I really hope I'm still in the gym. That's something I'm struggling with right now. So if you're watching this in the future, Hopefully you've gotten up and went to the gym by now. If not, I'm not gonna be mad at you, but I'm gonna be disappointed. What's something else? 3 to 5 years from now, I hope I have another dog. I've been wanting to get my dog a dog for a long time. And I hope I'm way more consistent. That's something I'm struggling with too. Just having like a routine of consistency.
Yeah. Consistency is important.
It is. It's super important.
Especially the things that like you were consistent with your like Instagram without even knowing. Like you said, it's by default. Like it was something that you just were doing because you liked it, but that also you were also consistent with it because you were doing it every day. And you didn't realize. But it's the things that we don't naturally do or want to do that we have to focus on the consistency, because it's like I have to force myself to do this. Or I have to remind myself to do this.
Well, on the bright side, it takes like 2 weeks, 14 days, 2 Fridays to form a habit. So
They say that. Who tested that out?
I don't know. I can't even tell you where I got that from. It's just something.
No, I hear it all the time. They're like,
Maybe
yeah,
it's
it just
from a
takes 14 days. I'm like, has anyone done that?
I don't know. Let's start. I'm gonna start today. I'm gonna let you know in like.
So we'll have a
2
group chat
Fridays.
and circle back in 14 days.
What habit are you trying to like?
I don't know. I'll find one. Maybe going to the gym. I'll let you know if it works.
Okay, because I want to know.
I'll circle back when I find out.
Okay, so this 3 to 5 year plan did not include a relationship.
No, it didn't. I
Okay.
didn't notice that. It
You
didn't.
didn't.
No, it names a dog.
Oh yeah, an animal relationship support.
Is there like do you want that, or is that something like that's on the back burner, or have you? Yeah, do you want that?
No.
No.
Nah.
Why not? You
I
tried it. You don't like it.
Yeah, a lot of the guys that I run into don't like play video games, and they don't like the same stuff I like. And I'm a very straightforward person. I don't like to waste your time. Like the moment you tell me we're not gonna watch Shrek and you don't want to play like SpongeBob on virtual reality, I'm going to leave.
So that's so fire though, that you like are that sure of who you are and what you want that you can just like see it from a mile away. Like, oh, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I have a mindset of like what you want is like out there, especially like because people follow their dreams to like a T. So I just feel like, well, if I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do since I was a kid, then I'm gonna find exactly what I want. And then I don't know what I want. I'm like only 22?
Yeah. So it's just really not like on your
It's
priority.
not something I think about every day. Like I still watch Shrek and I don't know how to fold. I don't know how to do anything. So I'm like, okay.
You don't know how to fold?
No. I actually
Okay.
take my towels and roll them up into like little donuts. And that's how I fold my towels.
Like
So
at
I
the
have like
hotels?
cinnamon roll. Yeah. Towels.
Okay. So what is something that you would tell your 17-year-old self that you didn't know then that you know now?
We turned out to be really cool. We have a dog.
Any advice?
We finally got a Tesla. I've been wanting a Tesla for so long.
Yes.
I love that for you.
Advice.
Yeah.
Don't listen to what other people tell you about getting up early in the morning. My dad used to always tell me there's nothing for you in that bed. Like get up early in the morning. And now I live a life where I can just get up and do what I want when I want to do it. Not really, but it's not as like structured.
Yeah.
But also just do what works for you. Like I kind of didn't have a game plan that matched everyone else's game plan, and it worked.
Yeah.
So when you feel something that you know is gonna work, your dream isn't for everyone else to see. Like you're literally gonna be the only person that understands you. Like I remember when all I needed was like a recording studio, because that's how I ended up rapping in my room. No one understood me. Like, why is that so important? Like, you're gonna spend all that money just to record a song. What if it doesn't do anything? So I was like, all right, I'll just do this in my room. So it's just like proof to show, like, don't wait on other people to see what you see. They're not gonna understand you anyways.
It's not meant for them to.
Because it was given to you. So why would someone else see what you're supposed to?
It's you versus you.
Yeah, only you're supposed to see.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true. I'm still like working my way like around that, because I used to be such a like, let me get my mom, my dad, my sister. I needed everyone to like approve.
Yeah.
They made it seem like, because like I dropped out of college, like, and that's not my family. My family is like college, career, like do something,
Family,
doctor.
kids.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
Literally.
and it's just like, it was a struggle, because it's like, no, but I wasn't as clear. You know, I wasn't as strong as you are, so I kind of was just like teeter-tottering the whole time until like probably like 5 years ago, where I was like, I finally was like, I love y'all, but I wouldn't switch lives with y'all. So why?
So why? I live by that. Have you ever heard that quote? Like, don't ask advice from somebody you wouldn't switch lives with.
I have heard that.
Yeah, that's real shit.
I hear that so much and I still don't follow it. I need to.
I think I'm coming into that space now where I'm more so confident in my own beliefs and my own way of thinking, to where, because I don't think I used to ask people for approval, but I used to definitely ask their opinion.
Yeah.
Like, what you think about this? If I do this, what you think about this?
Yeah.
Or should I talk to him? And it's like,
They don't know.
y'all leading me not to the promised land.
They're leading you. They're gonna lead you to how they see the world.
Yeah.
And they cannot see it in your eyes. Like, you wake up every day, look in the mirror. Like, ain't nobody waking up in your body but you.
Yeah.
Right.
So you got to figure that out.
Yeah.
That's some good advice.
It is
That's
good
some
advice.
really good. I mean, that was your advice.
Oh, I thought we was talking about what, oh, yes, thank you. I thought we was talking about what she was saying.
Oh, no. Yeah, we all like on the same page with that.
Yeah.
Like, don't listen to anybody. Like, I mean, you can maybe get some advice or mentorship here and there, but you really got to be sure.
I feel like you definitely, I'm not saying you don't need people, because you, like, one thing I realized, you need people. Like, you need people to talk you into things, talk you out of things. Like, you do need people. But what you also need is, like, a strong sense of self.
Yeah.
Also, like, your opinion has to be louder than what's around you. So,
That
you
takes-
need support.
And
Yeah.
you said it earlier, like, it's also people that just, for a fact, have your best
interests.
intentions.
Yeah.
Best interests.
When are you the happiest?
Maybe when I wake up in the morning, it's really quiet. No one bothers me. No one's asking me to do anything. No one even knows I'm up. So, like,
What time do you wake up? Like, early?
whenever, like 8 hours after I went to sleep. I really
Yes,
don't have
sometimes
a schedule.
sometimes it's in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's like 3 in the morning. It really varies.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talk about your sleep cycle a lot.
My sleep schedule is so messed up. I don't know why people still believe in me. Like, my sleep schedule is terrible. And it's been like that since I was like in high school. That's how I knew I wasn't meant to do anything but what I do. Because I've been like this. This has been me since like forever.
Yeah, that's so crazy. And that's I was wanted to end it off with that question, but I think that's a really good. Basically, you're saying you're happiest when you're just like in your own zone, like peaceful, and just.
It's no outside noise.
Yeah, that's why I'm like always up at 3 o'clock in the morning too. That's always been like my most creative hour because no one else is up. So I get to like drive anywhere. It's probably really unsafe, but as fast as I want to because there's like no one on the road. Don't drag race. That's not what I'm encouraging. I don't.
I
Drag
wasn't.
race, but
I
I'm
wasn't
just
gonna drag
saying.
race.
Because a lot of people do what I do, so I don't want someone to watch this and be like, "Oh, let me go drive at 3 o'clock in the morning fast because Kill does it." Let's not do that.
Oh, have you learned to like give disclaimers about
Yeah.
things that you say?
Like I've seen people go get the same drink I got and like post it on their stories. So I'm like, okay, I kind of have an influence here. Like sometimes I used to wear chokers like around my neck. So when I had shows, they would like show up with chokers on. So I'm like, oh, let me like really like be a good
Iconic.
person. Yeah. Like I stopped cursing as much because like kids would come to my show and curse and they would be scared to tell their parents like they listen to my music because like you say all the bad words I say. So I'm like, okay, let me just like not promote anything that's scary.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It seems like you have like a really supportive mom.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. She always like just been like, do what you want to do, Kill.
No, I'm actually very respectful towards my mom. So when I first blew up, like when I was rapping in my room, of course I was cursing. Like that was like the whole point of like why I went viral because they was like, who is this bad kid, right? So I didn't think I had went as viral as I did until my mom came and told me. Like I was already getting like the outside world looking at me funny. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. As long as my mama don't know, I'm good. Then the day happened and I was so nervous because I thought she wasn't going to be supportive because of like all the bad words I was saying and I meant all the words I was saying. And so she was like, Leah, are you like a rapper? So my first instinct was like, lie.
So why did she ask that? Like what did she see or like what
Come
was
to
that
find
moment?
out, the people that she's friends with, their kids showed her my rap videos and it was like all over Facebook. Mind you, I didn't even like have a Facebook. That's like how big it was. They show her the Facebook clips of me, and it was like millions of views, like 15, 16 million views.
Wow.
And she was like, "This is you. Like you're in my house." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna be so mad at me." And she was like, "This is so cool. Like, how long have you been doing this?" And I was like, "Oh, so you're mad." And she was super cool. She came to all my studio sessions. She doesn't come anymore because like she has things to do. She's grown.
Yeah.
But
a
she
whole
used to
grown
come,
woman.
Right. She used to come to all my studio sessions, like every last one of them, and just sit there for like hours.
Yeah.
Help me pick beats and everything.
I love your mom.
She's super cool.
Shout out, Marie. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you. This was like one of my first interviews, so I feel like this is cool. Thanks for
Is
having me.
it?
Yeah, I've
You're
only
literally
done
a
like
natural.
You're
3
such a
and
natural.
You're a
Thanks.
natural.
I appreciate it.
I'm so glad you came, Kel.
Me too. I was nervous at first. I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never really done an interview. I've only done one, but it was like it wasn't as fun as this. I'll say that. No shade.
Yay.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
You gotta come back.